All right, so today we're just doing word problems, and these word problems are really easy. Okay, don't freak out about them. And then we're gonna solve them using Desmos. Okay, Savannah, pick your hand up. Savannah. Wait for her up. So grab your notes out, and we'll go ahead and get started. I think the first two, even though they're the shortest problems, are usually the harder ones. Okay, get your notes out. Get your notes out. They're the same ones you used yesterday, bud. All right. So also I wanted to let you know that I moved all of our systems unit is into Q4 now. So if you got a notification from Power School that you had a really weird grade, that's why. We're looking at Q3. Q3 ends on Wednesday. We won't get this test in before then. So I just moved it. Does everybody understand that? So now you'll have a Q3 and a Q4 grade. All right. Our Q3 is the one that we're worried about. And some of you I have emailed and sent some paperwork to, or gave you a Post-it note. You're real close to passing, and we want to get that up there. Okay. So, and we can knock that out. If you're in class, we can probably knock that out today along with your homework. Okay. So the difference of two numbers is 4. When it talks about two numbers and it doesn't tell you what it is, we're going to use X and Y. Difference means subtract. So we're going to do X subtract Y is 4. It tells you another sentence. Their sum, that's X and Y, is 20. So now we're going to add them. It says find the numbers. This is exactly what we've been doing all week. Okay. If we look at this one, we can put it in Desmos. We surely can. But this one's a lot quicker if we don't, only because we can already cancel out the Y's. So I want to show you a little bit by hand, and then when we get to the big numbers, I'll show you in the calculator. All right, so we get 2x, x plus x is 2x, and 4 plus 20 is 24. Then we divide by 2, and we get that x is 12. To find the other number, pick one of your equations. It doesn't matter which one, so I picked the top one. We're going to plug in 12 for x. So 12 minus y equals 4. Solve for y, so we're going to subtract 12. We get negative y equals negative 8. Divide by negative 1 and y equals 8. So your two numbers are 12 and 8. Sorry, guys. All right, so then on the next one, it says find the value of two numbers if their sum is 24. Remember, our two numbers are x and y. So their sum is 24. Their difference is 4. So almost the same as the last one, just a little bit different. Again, you can put it in Desmos. I'm going to go do this one by hand one more time because the y's cancel out. So we just add it up. X plus x is 2x. 24 plus 4 is 28. Finish it out by dividing by 2. And we get that x is 14. Pick either equation. It does not matter. I'm going to pick the positive one this time. I'm picking the top one. So I don't have to do that divide negative 1. We said that x was 14, so we're going to plug it in right there. 14 plus y equals 24. And then we're gonna subtract 14. We get y equals 10. So your two numbers are 14 and 10. That's literally it, okay? And again, if you want to use Desmos to solve, that is perfectly fine. Yes, your mom's name. All right, so then on the next ones, these are actually even easier because they tell you exactly how to set it up, okay? So the difference in these is I like to put in letters that represent what we're talking about, because we're talking about tickets, but we're talking about senior citizen ticket and a child ticket, so you don't know which one to do. So here's how I do this. This doesn't matter, this first sentence doesn't matter. The school that Michaela goes to is selling tickets to a play. On the first day of ticket sales, the school sold 10 senior citizens. So this is what I do. 10S. S for senior citizens. And one child, so plus one child, for a total of, so those added together, gave us 151. It's that simple. So you just read the problem and write it down, okay? The school took in 95. Where did I put my money on the last one? Was it the first, second, or third part? The money. The third. So it's going to stay there. We're going to keep it the same. Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm going to show you. What?
Oh, is it yesterday?
Yeah.
You just,
Yeah.
she gave me one. That's what I
You can't
thought.
find his because he's not responsible, right? Are you responsible?
Let me see if I'm responsible.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
What's it called? Give me the picture. It's just, or was it?
Where's the packet from yesterday? We took notes on.
My mom gets too.
Sorry, guys, just be patient with us.
I have a lot of packets. Is it this one?
Pretty big cup.
Don't mind this
I think
thing.
that cat was more too. Started in school.
I have a lot.
Oh, well,
Can I do anything with money?
See, responsible.
I'm the responsible.
Okay.
Can I do anything when I get home?
Whatever you want to do. On the way here if you want to.
Man, bye.
Okay. So then finish it out. The school took in 95 on the second day by selling 6 senior citizens. So we're going to line it up. 6 senior citizens and 1 child. And 1 child. Now, the first one I'm going to solve by hand just to show you. You have already done it. Okay, you've already done it. I'm going to leave it as S and C. If you look, we have 2 that look alike, but they're exactly the same. How do we get them to cancel out? Change the sign. So then these will cancel out. 10 minus 6 is 4S. If you need your calculator, 151 plus negative 95 is 56. Then we'll divide by 4. And we get 14. So S, what did S stand for? Senior citizens. So we sold 14 senior citizens. That's why I like to leave it as S so we know exactly which one is which. To find the other one, I'm going to plug it into the top. 10S plus 1C equals 151. Because it asks us to find the price of the senior citizen and the child. So this S or this 14 is going to go in for S. This is exactly what we've been doing all week. They just write it as a word problem instead. We're going to clean this up. 10 times 14 is 140 plus 1C equals 151. And then to solve for C, we're going to subtract 140 And remember, 1C is the same thing as C. You can bring it down or whatever, it doesn't matter. And then 151 minus 140 is 11. So if they ask you how much a child ticket is, it's $11. Senior citizen is 14. Now, what I would suggest is that you write it down as S and C, and I will show you. I'm going to stop sharing for a minute and then share my Desmos. I would put in 10x plus 1y. Sorry, how about I actually put it in? So your x now is your senior citizens equals 151. And then 6s plus 1, sorry, not s, 6x plus 1y equals 95. Now, if you guys look, do we see anything? No. Kendall, get off the phone. Because they're big numbers. So we zoom out and then you see what you saw yesterday and there's your 1411. And we know that X was actually our S. So 14 is your senior citizens and 11 is your child. Okay, so you can do both. It doesn't matter how you do it. All right. So look at your next one. We're going to set it up and then we'll go back to Desmos. Okay, we'll set it up and go back to Desmos. The water park is a popular field trip destination. This year, the senior class at high school A and the senior class at high school B both planned trips. The senior class at high school A rented and filled 5 vans and 1 bus with 65 students. So we're literally going to write that out. 5 vans plus 1 bus gave us 65. Then it told us about high school B, rented and filled 5 vans and 2 buses with 85 students. If I were doing this by hand, what would I do? Just change the sign because your 5s would cancel out. Okay, it's probably quicker to go ahead and do that. We're going to get bigger numbers soon, so that was the ones that we would definitely need to use Desmos. So I'm going to go ahead and change these and solve it just so you see it by hand, and then we'll go back to Desmos. 1 minus 2 is negative 1b. We changed it so it's 65 minus 85 is negative 20. And then we have to divide by negative 1. So we get b equals 20. So buses have 20 students. Pick an equation. It doesn't matter which one. 5b plus 1b equals 65. And we're going to plug in the 20 for b. We're going to clean it up. 1 times 20 is 20. We're going to subtract 20. And we get 5b equals 45. To get v by itself, we divide by 5. And we get v equals 9, or vans are 9. Again, write the equation down like this, using the v's and the b's. Then put it in Desmos using x and y. Got it? So you'll know what your x stands for and what your y stands for. I'll give you a minute to write this down, and then I'll go to Desmos and show you. All right. So we're going to take these off. We don't need those. We had 5v, but we're going to change that to x, 5x. Plus 1y equaled 65. Then we had 5x plus 2y equaled 85. And you guys can already see that our equation is 920. That's it. Got it? And if you look back, our x's were with our 5s, our v's were with our 5s. So van is x, van is 9, and bus is 20. Got it? Makes sense? All right, look at number 5. Look at number 5. Oh, turn it down. No worries. Just turn it down. The senior classes at High School A and High School B plan separate trips to New York City. The senior class at High School A rented and filled 10 vans and 2 buses with 154 students. How can I write that? 10 vans and 2 buses with 154 students. The longer you wait to answer the question, the less time you have to do work. Nobody knows how to set these up? Thank you. Keep going. Plus 2B.
Equals what?
See, I knew you knew how to do it. And then the second one says High School B rented and filled 4 vans, 2 buses, 94. Good. So what we're going to do in Desmos is put X here. Put X here and put Y there. So I'm not even going to solve this one. We could change the signs. I'm going to stop sharing and go to my Desmos and change my equation. So remember, X is going to place with vans. So 10X, you said, plus 2B equals 154. But we're going to change B to Y. And then 4V, but we're going to change it to X, plus 2Y equals 94. I can almost see the cross. It's right here at 1027. I'm going to write this down. Okay, so everybody's good with Desmos finding that. I'm going to go back. We got 1027 as our coordinate, which is your X, Y, but we used X for vans. So 10 vans and 27 buses. Does that make sense? So just change your V's and your B's to X's and Y's, but know which one you changed, okay? Any questions? All right. So it said, find the number of students in each van and each bus. There it is. Okay, flip it over. Doing the same exact thing, couple more problems. Jacob School is selling tickets to a spring musical. On the first day of ticket sales, the school sold 1 adult and 3 student tickets for a total of 19. How do I write that? Perfect. Then the other one, they write it kind of backwards. Took in $42 by selling 3 adults and 6 student tickets. So how do I write that one? Match it up with this one.
3A plus 6S plus 9
Equals 42. 3A, I'm sorry, plus 6S. That should be an S. Okay. We're going to go to Desmos and change this to X and Y. How would I solve this one if I had to do it by hand? You guys remember how to do this? When nothing's alike, what do we do?
Oh, you just.
You said it. You said it. You said it. You said it. You switched. You switched the first 2 numbers. You switched the first 2 numbers and multiply them throughout. So it's okay. It's okay. So we're going to flip through and we're going to actually do this for a minute by hand, and then I'll let you do it Desmos. When you guys get to your homework, you can do Desmos. That's fine. All right. So just to remind you, distribute throughout. We get 3A plus 9S, 19 times 3. If you're not sure, I don't care that you use your calculator, is 57. Then we distribute the 1. We get 3A plus 6S equals 42. And now your 3's look alike, so how do I get them to cancel out? Change the sign of everything. So your A's will cancel. 9 minus 6 is 3S. 57 minus 42 is 15. We're gonna divide by 3, and we get student tickets were $5. Pick an equation. The top one looks a little bit smaller. 1A plus 3S equals 19. And we're plugging in 5 for that. So remember, I can just write A. I don't need the 1 in front. Plus 3 times 5 equals 19. 3 times 5 is 15. And then subtract your 15. We get A equals 4. So an adult was $4, a student was $5. I'm not going to do this one on Desmos because you guys already know how to use Desmos. I just wanted to remind you how to multiply. Okay, so that was it. Next one. The school that Stefan goes to is selling tickets to a choral performance. On the first day of ticket sales, the school sold 12 adults and 14 child tickets for a total of 158. How do I write that?
12 A 14 B equals 158.
Perfect. I know, right? The school took in $96 on the second day by selling 1 adult ticket and 13 child tickets. How do I write that? How many adult tickets?
There is 12.
1. On this one, 1 adult.
13
Oh,
child
13
tickets.
Nice.
Why y'all gotta talk over me like that? We all got different opinions.
All right. So on this one, we're going to change our A's to X's and our C's to Y's for Desmos. We're going to plug it in. The first one is 12X plus 14Y equals, boys, 158. The next one is 1X plus 13Y equals 96. They cross at 5-7. Guys. They cross at 5-7. So I'm going to stop sharing this and I'm going to show you what it looks like. This is your X and this is your Y. Remember we said X was A and then Y was C. So an adult is $5. A child is 7. So that's all you have to do to be able to solve it in Desmos. You need to be taking these notes, please. What? No.
When we did a practice one, can I use that little domino thing?
What?
What's that called? The little the domino? No.
Desmos?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you do your homework, when you do your homework, you absolutely can use Desmos, but that's why I'm showing you, make sure that you understand which one's which, okay? All right, the county fair is a popular field trip destination. This year, the senior class at high school A and B both plan trips there. Their senior class at high school A rented and filled 6 vans and 7 buses with 322.
6B plus 7B plus, equals 322.
11 vans and 14 buses was 637. So 11B, 14B, 637. Perfect. As we get further into the notes, you'll see that the numbers get bigger. So that's why I said you definitely should use Desmos. So I'm going to put these in to Desmos. So we have 6X plus 7Y equals 322. And then we have 11X plus, boys, please stop, equals 637. If you can't see it, move it around. If you're still unsure, remember that you can zoom in as well so that you can find it. So 740 is your answer. So I'm going to stop sharing, show you my other screen. All right. So we put this in as X and this is Y. So it's 7 in the vans and 40 on the buses. All right, number 9 is the exact same way. We're going to skip down to number 10. Number 10. All right, the school that Shayna goes to is selling tickets to the annual talent show. On the first day of ticket sales, the school sold 9 adults and 6 child for $198. The school took in $126 on the second day by selling 3 adults and 7 childs. What is the price of each 1 adult and 1 child ticket? Okay, so what do they have? The very first one.
9
Mm-hmm.
plus 16 equals 180. No, 191.
Perfect. The second one.
It is 3A, 7B. Wait, yeah, and 100.
And 126, perfect. And again, like I said, the numbers just keep getting bigger. So we're gonna take these 2 equations and we're gonna put them into Desmos. We're gonna use X for A and Y for C. Clean these out. We have 9X plus 6Y equals 198. 3X plus 7Y equals 126. If you can't see it, like I said, just move it around so you can. It's right here at 1412. So I'm going to write that down. And then one more share of this screen. 14 was X, 12 was Y, 14 was adult, and Y was child. So what's the price of each 1 adult ticket? Adult is 14 and 1 child is 12. And that's it. Okay.
We're
Yep.
intelligent.
All right.
We get help.
Give me a minute. I'm going to stop sharing and stop recording, and then I will call you to let you go.